Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there. So, how about I start off something before we start off Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on the remastered version on the Nintendo Switch. Let's pick up from where it happened from where we left off since I reunited with these two characters, Kazuto and Mamoru. If you remember what happened on episode 8 of Marvel Spider-Man, where Martin Lee, who is Mr. Negative, the guy who has been responsible from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, and also from the last and final episode of Mega Man X7, that's the guy. That's the guy I've been looking for ever since. Working with Feast, and yes, he definitely knows who I really am. So, in this part of the comic strip thumbnail, these two have been following Martin Lee for several weeks. So, ever since I made that wish to bring back the characters that were non-existent, they are finally back. However, they're kinda not happy that they thought that they've been gone for like a day and then been following Martin Lee for weeks. I told them, you've been gone for more than like a couple of years. And they're like, what? They wanted to know if Asuna and Serena are alright. And of course they do know my name. And of course I am in the fusion form of Gogeta in the Spider-Man suit with my Saiyan powers. So there you have it. So they decided they want to work with Feast on, yeah, this is something that you really wanted to see, of course. They say that we've seen this place before, so this is where Martin Lee works at, and Feast might be worth something to check of the last place of Lee's whereabouts is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's me in the fusion form, but in a temporarily permanent fusion form. So yeah, I'm definitely alright. So they decided to work as like my workers for to join me up. So they're like meeting people, serve them coffee, mop the floors, mop and sweep the floor, doing maintenance and all that kind of stuff. And also there's some book reading for those along the hallway. And also, yeah, when they kind of found out when we go outside and check on Martin Lee's whereabouts of when we found out about his secret room of that he is Mr. Negative, and then he kind of corrupted to some homeless people, and yes, and it's just, do not use defense, never to attack. You have to wake them up or else they are going to destroy you because Martin Lee just give them the negative touch. You have no idea how powerful Martin Lee is by the name of Mr. Negative. If he goes out of New York, this could be somewhat in big trouble for the Ultimate Arkham universe. And yes, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, the remastered version, will be a part of the Ultimate Arkham universe. Since following the path of Martin Lee, so we're trying to do our best as heroes, sometimes we have to have our emotions in check. So, of course, Mamoru by the name of Serena, which was by the name of Usagi. I mean, they still wanted to talk about what has happened to Usagi and Asuna, and I said, I barely sweep them off their feet. I know we're going to talk about this, but right now we need to know how did we all meet when we got bombed by negative energy? And I say, please, let's focus on that. Then we can focus on the subject that how did I don't know, sweep them off their feet by these two young ladies about these get-to-go guys, and because they're kind of still upset and wanted to talk about, but I have to tell them they have to have their emotions in check. However, I did inspire Kazuto and somehow Mamoru. I'm starting to get them to know them a little more than I can possibly handle. So we're starting to become friends a little bit, but still a little long ways to go, because ever since I tried to find out of Martin Lee's motives, when we had to find a guy named Charles Standish on the top floor, plus NYPD needed backup as your friendly neighborhood spider cop. Of course, they were Sable agents telling us to back off and to how to lead, to keep us out of the lead, but however, giving out the one last clue before the Sable agents told us to back away, by the name of Dr. Isaac Delaney. And we finally got the lead that we knew. It's all thanks to teamwork and effort. Starting to get friends, though. I know Mamoru does not want Usagi forgotten all about him, is what he's really asking. But what I say, they haven't forgotten the both of you, including, Usagi and Asuna. And believe what I say. I have to. I know words can be very complicated, but since they are back out of non-existence ever since that shockwave of what mystery, of what mysterious force, I will never know, but that's going to be coming up later soon. We had to find Dr. Isaac Delaney and Martin Lee, but we have to find Dr. Delaney before Martin Lee does. Since we went into that Halloween party, we dressed in like casual, like, hey, we're dressing up like in costumes and cosplay. Yet somehow Dr. Isaac Delaney was killed off by Martin Lee because Mr. Negative corrupted him and made him kill himself. And yeah, this is why everything is Arkham and not a KID way. Why do you think everything looks like Arkham that feels like Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Knight combined? Because it is Arkham that not everything is going to be a happy ending, and not everything is rainbow ponies and unicorns. There are characters who will get killed off, and not in a good way. And then Martin Lee had to corrupt some of the students who are dressed up in Halloween costumes, because the same thing he did to the homeless. And now Martin Lee wants to know the find of the GR-27 of the Devil's Breath project soon. However, we have to go all the lead straight back is to Norman Osborn. The lab got redacted with Dr. Morgan Michaels. In other words, relocated, which would be GR-27 is Devil's Breath, both the cure and the bioweapon, and Dr. Michaels is the chief scientist, which seems to be the logical case. We had to rescue Mary Jane Watson, who was in a Sable base, and I thought I had problems. First, the problem with MJ Watson with Peter Parker. I mean, they have their own thing of arguments, and now this. And some friends I may will get jealous because I have to rescue those who are pretty, and they get jealous because I'm doing my job as a superhero. And why do I carry these burdens to those who love me when it's all on me? All I wanted was to save them all. Just that's all. So, if my opposite given free, I shall never know it. If any given effort it may. My failure is that I would not save them. And they told me something that they had problems too, but they carry like it's my very own burden, or their very own. He said, Kazuto said, I know I've been there before, but it's not that easy. And he said he has forgiven me, but I was only doing my job, and I know I barely swept them off their feet. He knows how he feels, and he tells me to not let your emotions get the best of you. You want to help them, and that he gets it, but sometimes you'll never know what to expect. Same thing goes for Mamoru. He said, you think I've not been there before, but I have if you want to know. I have forgiven you, but I know for fact, it's not going to be easy. And like Kazuto said, sometimes you'll never know what to expect. That's how it goes for all heroes. Not some heroes, not most, all heroes. Always keep your emotions in check. We headed back to the laboratory, back to where we worked with Dr. Otto Octavius. And, of course, Mamoru will help me out on the spectrograph, however, Kazuto will help me out with the components on assisting tech. We make a pretty good team. We started, we explained each other to our problems, finally got to know each other more and more as the days go by through the nights and the days. I told them that I wanted the type of components and cybernetics that we can build a cyborg, and the first test subject would be Yui, who would become half human, half cyborg, as the first intelligent AI would be for cybernetics. And I'm going to have to bag my face ever since my time with those who I'm with back then. But I'm glad that these two guys are working with me back at Feast. At least I don't bag my face there. I might go meet Miles Morales and help him out on his first day on the job. Of course, we do like the atmosphere at Feast from where I work at. It's where I kind of took like several weeks of therapy there. Then I remember when Mr. Negative gave me the flashbacks of who my biological parents are. And you thought that's impressive, but it's not over. We found Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative. He says, welcome to my domain. And since he knows who I am very, very much, he did stole Maya's love and her memories of her, which he admits, will you, because it was the last order of Lord Draken. The very last order of Draken before he was lost. And he said, she's not your type, and however I can give it back unless I join him. And we'll stop anyone who are willing to destroy that we all love and put on the mask and you'll be free. Resisting your friend there won't like what you just took away from him, which would mean tuxedo mask, which would be Mamoru, under the negative energy of Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative. And like, oh no, this is gonna be ugly. this place again. Like, he brought me like several times by Martin Lee, who is named Mr. Negative. I told him to give back what you stole from Maya first. I will never join his cause. I did not steal Serena, or aka Usagi, but he kind of under the influence of Martin Lee, we had to snap him out of it because he believes under the influence of negative energy that I stole the love of her life and become prince and princess or king and queen, and both falling under the eyes of Mamoru, who has become like that evil version type. She thinks I stole her, which I did not. Kazuto, however, has to hold them off while I have to stop Martin Lee. However, with that connection that Shadow Glitter Dream was able to hear, barely see and hear through the void completely. It's like a two-way connection between me, Martin Lee, and Shadow Glitter Dream. However, that connection won't last long unless I destroy the mask first, and which broke off the spell of Mamoru completely. He said, what happened there? And he said, how did I get in this room? He was helping to stop Martin Lee first, and he was under the influence of negative energy, and he wasn't in control. He was not himself. So we had to took him back to Feast. Kazuto and I were able to hold off both our friend Mamoru and stopping Martin Lee want me to put on the mask, and which I refused, and I wanted to get Maya's love and her memories of me back. However, he did not give it back to me. He met me this is the third time he has met me. 3 times! Since Mary Jane Watson disarmed the bomb, Kazuto had to rescue Kazuto and I had to rescue the hostages. I asked Kazuto to stay behind and get the hostages to safety while I go after Martin Lee. However, that flashback he sent me, because I was barely holding myself from what was going on, was the flashback memories of my biological father, Goku Black. It just never went away that Martin Lee was able to summon back the flashbacks. And I thought my bio father was a lawyer, but I was wrong. It was Goku Black from another universe. My bio father with my bio mother, Rosalina. I was barely holding myself together, but it's just terrible. Also, no matter what, also when Kazuto and Mamoru told me that no matter what happens, they told me to look after Asuna and Usagi. Kazuto told me that I have to promise him that I will look after Asuna for her. We have to go to Rikers Island, stopping the Riker prisoners escaping. So Rikers Island is like Arkham Island, if you want to know, like Arkham Asylum, which is like Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and Arkham Knight, along with the new Sinister Six. I thought we were going to face off the original Sinister Six, but this new Sinister Six was unexpected. We were overwhelmed by a 3-6. With Yuri, since Yuri Watanabe has sent us these locations of these Sable bases and Sable outposts and prison camps that these Riker prisoners set up, we had to go from stopping all these Riker's prison camps along with the Sable bases. We've finally found a sample of the Devil's Breath. However, the sample of the Devil's Breath was kind of really astonished, besides the following, because the sample tells me the detail more, and it was something else. When I was told that we went to find a hideout of Dr. Otto Octavius, aka Dr. Octopus, it was all a ruse. Then we had to take down Vulture and Electro of their shocking party in the power plants. Tuxedo Mask and Kirito and myself as your friendly neighborhood spider cop did it as a team. However, with Scorpion, he still he said he has seen me before, and then he remembered he knows I looked familiar. It's like, what? This is the second time he shot me with poison that is weaponized in aerosol form of a weaponized type of hallucinogen. And it'll create like things that are real from what you see, but it's not there. But you think that your body thinks it is real, and going into the sea of poison will send you into hallucinogenic shock. In other words, if you die there in the hallucinogenic shock, you die in the real world. In other words, dead. So do not fall into a sea of poison. He said he gave me a super dose, and it's I told him, how did you get this number? He said, it's not how did I call you, it's am I calling you? And he says, I may be just your calling conscience of all three of you, or just the screams of your dying brains. Have a wonderful time chasing pink elephants. And the last sentence is, my past is what makes me a demon. The thing is, what does this got the connection to do with Snake out of a Metal Gear Solid game and myself? What does this got to do with me and Snake? The key to that answer, that Snake might know what happened back in the 1980s. And I'll get back to that way later on. I had to whip up an antidote quickly to get ourselves cured. And not only we were cured from this, away from Scorpion Mac Gargan, but also we were cured to finally see our friends for the first time, and we were out of something but what we see. We were finally free. And of course, Leifa, aka Sugu, finally gets to see Kazuto for the first time, and finally as happy as she can be. Everyone was happy to see me, along with Kirito and also Tuxedo Mask. Finally back, because I was with them. They all missed me. I know they wanted to hug me, but right now is not the time. We had to go back to Feast. Heading back to those Feast centers. protect all the citizens, and also I have the score to settle with is Rhino and Scorpion. Scorpion is the one I want to settle with because he struck me twice with poison, which means he will not get. He was not going to get a hat trick ever. It is wrong to mess with someone who doesn't play nice. I'm glad to see everyone back, including those of some Dark Alliance members and Original Alliance members, finally working together because of my sake. Of course, Kazuto is pretty blushing that he finally gets to see Sugu for the first time very, very much. And she definitely says she misses him a lot, including myself. Yes, and Makoto, aka Sailor Jupiter, finally sees Mamoru, I told this is Sailor Mercury, but it's Veronica, which is like not a clone of Amy, or like a twin look-alike of Amy, very, very much. Like, same DNA, but a different personality. Like, yes! I finally get to see the original Strawberry Mew. Ichigo Momoyuki, or Zoe Hansen, which you like to call, Zatsune Miku, Kasane Teru Vocaloids, includes Nico V3, and Akita Deru, the ones that I met along with Dark Mew Mew Wolf. Could go from original to dark original, which serves like both alliances, and like, wow. Yes, and Shadow Glitter Dream was really happy to see me, and definitely. You have to told us that they were doing some interrogations on Sable agents that were trying to find me, but thanks to Veronica's skills with the drones of Shadow Glitter Dreams, they were able to track me and finding me, locating me, and finally they were able to see me the first time for reals because of the antidote. Our job was never done. We had to find a location of the cure quickly of GR27. A last and final showdown that comes with Mr. Negative, aka Martin Lee. This 4 times the charm. There will not be a 5th. When he says, you believe it was an X, he says, I am not a demon. I am the demon, and my will is stronger than yours, and he said my name. I never forgotten what he did back then, as you can see in the comic strip thumbnail. And I know what it's like to lose parents, feeling angry, and find out the truth. The Banshee scream and Snake, I remember. He was locking on the secrets of my past, but why? Shadow Glitter Dream knows that since she's working with me, we work together. I told her to counter his powers, including my own. And I say, trust me. So she does trust me. We were going to get back all of Maya's love and her memories of me. And it wasn't easy to fight off against Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative. Of course, Shadow Glitter Dream still holds a part of Maya's memories and also her love, Maya's memories of me, including her love, as well as the cells of the original Yumehara Nozomi as well. So she's like all combined two people into one. Like, that is fantastic. And she's able to trust me. The others will have to fend off against the demons outside with Silver Sable. So they had to cover the building along with the help of Silver Sable. I mean, there are two things. We can rescue Norman Osborn and get the cure, or we fight each other against or the demons. We can't do all three at once. So we had to work. All of us had to work together. We fought off against Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative, and won. And he will not bother us again. But one thing, however, I do notice a power energy surge at what's coming in the final comic strip thumbnail, Doomsday. And I knew when I analyzed that GR27 of Devil's Breath, it was Lavos. Doomsday was a part of Lavos. And he was coming like tomorrow morning or the midday. And since my identity was exposed, and since Dr. Otto Octavius knows who my secret identity is, I had no choice but to leave New York City and head to Metropolis. I wanted to save lives and all those, yet somehow the loss of May Parker was so much for me that I left in the hands of Peter Parker himself. I was called Peter. And why was I called Peter? Because of Otto Octavius? Was it something that was unlocking of my past? Of some things that what was going on? And yes, you see, Akuma was right behind me, that he wanted to go around on a fight, and he knows I'm the only one who can fight like a demon. I didn't have time for this. I'd rather be fighting off against Doomsday rather than fighting Akuma. The original Yumehara Nozomi, however, somehow, I don't know, turned to stone all of a sudden, and is like, what? Like the original Alliance members who went on a trip or a space journey. See, Yumehara Nozomi, the original one, turned to stone and started going into dust. Like, what? Like, if Martin Lee who no longer has the demon powers as Mr. Negative, the effect of who got all of it would be from the ones I'm closest to would be turned to stone. I did not notice that Martin Lee saw this coming, which I never knew. But the others who were on the space journey trip saw this completely. It's like, no way! You can see Snake right up there wondering how would he find me. Yes! I told him to stay behind and help out those ones, but I never wanted them to face Doomsday, and it was too much for them. It was too much. The only way for me to keep them safe is that is to fight off Doomsday. Of course, I never knew Mr. Negative was draining my powers at a really fast, high-speed rate. I have to use what's left of my Saiyan powers to finish off Doomsday with the help of Superman. Yet somehow I was victorious, but Doomsday gave one final powerful punch against me and Superman. Superman somehow survived, but barely. I, for myself, did not. A punch so powerful at the same time, he knocked me all the way across to the Atlantic Ocean. The Alliance members were not so fond of this. And why did I had a dream of Hatsune Miku? However, a dream that looks like Hatsune Miku is a Vocaloid in a human, not a half-human, half-cyborg Vocaloid. A human Vocaloid hybrid for the first time. You're gonna see why and how this happened. That will continue in Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remastered version. They all wonder why they wanted to fight with me, but I told them to stay back, and I told them to look out for me. If I don't make it, tell Asuna and Usagi and the Dark Alliance members and the original Alliance members, who are all young ladies and young women, that I love them very much. If only that I wanted to marry the love of my life, or my loved ones. Yet somehow Doomsday makes sure that I would never get to see in such a place as that. They were trying to find my body. However, my body was never found. Why was my body never found? When I say this, remember when I said the 1980s? That is where Snake comes in. He holds the key to my past, or the solution to my past of what happened between that almost 9 to a 10-year gap of when was I abandoned, how did I come into such a place as this? When I came into Dragon Ball Xenoverse before I came into Dragon Ball Xenoverse in the first place. You're going to find out what has happened, and somehow that all this comes into place in the shape of the Ultimate Arkham universe. This is how it happened. I was mostly dead, but slightly alive. We go to the continuation of where we picked up from where we left off. Akuma was coming down and ready to fight me. Because he was not too far behind. Me and Superman were locating and finding Doomsday, so we had to get rid of him and kill him off before he caused any more damage. He is a part of Lavos. The Devil's Breath project, the sample of Devil's Breath is Lavos, but it's red, and it is a red nanite virus. Can be turned into the cure. But how did he came in the first place? Along with the red nanite virus, along with the Devil's Breath project, which is not made on Earth, not man-made, but it is coming from Lavos himself. That answer will be up to when we put in storyline pieces with Snake, along with Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remastered version, and also with Austin's new idea, with some new characters along the way. Eugeo will be a part of the Ultimate Arkham Universe storyline, along with Draken will begin to set in play, along he'll be given with a new name somewhere in the story, including Snake himself on the comic strip thumbnail, but you will see some video footage of something that is exclusive that's on this channel only of Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. So, let's start off with Akuma not far from behind, along with my help with Superman fighting Doomsday. Alright, like I said, once again, Akuma's right behind me! Ah! And my Saiyan powers are almost gone. Like, very, very much. Don't know how long I can last. At least Superman will be fine. Once again, Superman and I were the only ones who can defeat Doomsday, and I have failed to save May Parker. Because of my failure, I have to regret this with the decision of my entire life. At least I'll be able to go out in a blaze of glory. A blaze of glory by sacrificing myself to kill off Doomsday with Superman's help. I will not make the same mistake from what happened with Maya and my very first love of way back then in the 1980s and the 1970s, which I included, of course. Doomsday is now finally here in Metropolis as a part of Lavos and a part of the Devil's Breath project he is. I cannot let this pass. If we kill off Doomsday, a part of Lavos will not return. Not so fast. Cannot allow this to pass. I know my Alliance members are very upset by not having to join the fight against Doomsday, but I told Kazuto and Mamoru, if anything happens to me, look out for the Alliance, including those of what you promised me to tell them to. The same promise you told me to look out for them, to watch over them, I'm asking you to do the same thing for me. I left New York very early in the morning, and I never looked back. But I still never forget my failure to save May Parker. Perhaps I can live with my failure by destroying and killing off Doomsday with Superman's help. So that I don't have to live with the guilt. Round one! Don't let up! back here! My Saiyan powers are nearly gone. I don't know how much I have left. Superman may be fine, but for myself, ever since Mr. Negative had the power to drain my Saiyan powers, ever since I walked into the building, I have no idea how he pulled it off. We got Maya's memories of me and her love back, but my Saiyan powers are draining so fast at a very high rate, it is almost nearly gone. Not today. Doomsday is not today. And it never will be. If we don't defeat Doomsday, a part of Lavos may come out of nowhere somewhere on the planet Earth, and Doomsday still roams free, destroying all of the entire planet as we know it. The Dark Alliance members and the other original Alliance members on a space trip, where have they gone to? Oh, that's simple. That is a secret that I'm going to hold off way far later soon. Akuma's not too far behind! No way I'm not gonna fight Akuma. I'd rather take on Doomsday than Akuma himself, and no way I'm not going. I'm not going to... Which option do I have to take? Face Akuma with his Satsui no Hado, or take on Doomsday with his super powerful punch that will send me knocking across into the Atlantic Ocean, where my body was never found in the first place. Oh man, that was null and void. At least I knocked them out. Like wall throwing. I told Clark that if I don't make it, tell Asuna, Usagi, Shadow, Glitter Dream, the Dark Alliance members and the original Alliance members that I love them very much. I wanted to marry, starting with one, then the next, and then the rest of them to have a really big harem. But it seems that wish will not come true because of Doomsday. So Clark says, hang in there. First, we take care of business. We are doing this to protect the Dark Alliance and the original Alliance. All because of your sake. They really seem to love you. And also making new friends in all high places. I'm glad Clark is able to comfort me, even though he is Superman. I'm never going to forget. You can try again all you want, but it'll be in vain. I hate that guy. I need to move faster. I'm way too slow. I can't be slow. I can't be slow. There are no more items. Whoa! Whoa! Back off! Out of the way! Getting really close. If I make, once again, if I make this out alive, we'll make it. If I don't, the failure of May Parker will reside with me for the rest of my life because of my failure. And Peter Parker knows it. It's funny how they told me that some of the Alliance and original Dark Alliance members telling me they call me Peter. Shadow Glitter Dream called me Peter. Why was I called Peter? And why did Dr. Otto Octavius call me Peter? Since he's now in Riker's Supermax prison that he will never get out for a maximum life sentence of 20 years. Let him rot in Riker's Supermax prison. This is it. Let us begin. Let's go. Alright! Come and face me, Doomsday! Your plan for Lavos will not come to fruition! What's the matter? Can't get up? Not today! Where am I? And who are you? Wake up? Tossing and turning? Where's... Do you like to know where is the name of Zelda, perhaps? Why did I say that name? Koholint Island? Okay. By the way, welcome to Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, in high definition, remastered, and this is episode 1. And the comic strip thumbnail, Lord Draken, right there, along with Eugeo from Sword Art Online, as he's going to be playing a big part of the role. And then, so why Draken and I are woken up on the beds right here on Koholint Island, and how did I end? The last thing I remember was something hit me so hard, and the next moment I woke up right here. That's Taran. The back of this shield. Hold R to repel enemies with it. Ever since we showed up, monsters have been shown all over the place. Link won't cut it. Sorry. So this is Koholint Island, huh? If we can talk to everybody, I mean, how did I end up with Draken and along with Eugeo, who is telling us that this is Koholint Island, where everything where this is the place where I finally get to meet you and Draken? Like, what? Draken wakes up, but he says he kinda has no memory of how he got here as well, including myself. You know, the look-alike who looks like the Power Ranger from Chrono Trigger. That guy, myself, along with from Batman Arkham Knight New Game Plus. Yip, yip. This is Maid Village. East is Ukuku Prairie, far east the Animal Village. Eugeo said that Koholint Island has been here for like many years. And he said this is my first time coming here. Like, really? But he said I feel like I've known this place for years. He says thanks to a talking animal. A talking animal? Who would be the talking animal if here sleeps the flying rooster? Too bad I don't have the rupee. Too bad we don't have rupees. As much as I don't like seeing Draken, that I wanted to fight it out, I have, if you want to know, I have originated back to my original form, but with the, back to my original avatar, if you want to know. Of course, I love my new avatar as well. That's Madam Meow Meow. Great big fairies? What do you mean you don't understand what you mean by that? Wow. Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint. What's this? A magnifying lens. Too bad we can't have something to read with. Tail Cave, Tarambo Shores. Whoa! Shields up. Huh. Yeah, that's what I thought. Since Drake and I and Eugeo are the only ones who are here, that Eugeo tells us that we have to help each other out. I'm like, why would I help out Draken? I may help out you, but his name is he calls himself Eugeo. It's like they have so Eugeo has a great interest in me and Draken, but why would he have an interest in Draken so much? He mentioned about a talking animal. Well, and that is one of them, the owl. So you are the lad who owns the sword. Now I understand why the monsters are starting to act so violently. A courageous lad has come to wake the windfish. He said that you cannot leave the island unless you wake the windfish. You shall go north to the mysterious forest. I will wait for you there. Just to let you know, I'm still under chemotherapy if you want to know, but I'll still do as many videos as I possibly can on this big break I'm having. Found the sword. It must be ours because it has our name engraved on it. We can swing it with B to attack enemies on our path. So yeah, there will be some cutscenes in this game, but not on another game if you want to know. So yeah, but still, Snake will be playing a part of a role. That's why, because he is the key to unlocking my past, or should I say the solution to unlock. Nice try. Oh yeah, I already got my first one. The scissors by the water. FYI, I don't think I may not be able to find all heart pieces, to be honest. So, since Eugeo properly introduced himself by his name, that we have no choice but to work together of how, he said the only way to get off the island is to wake the windfish. Eugeo told us there were no monsters appeared, but ever since Draken and myself appeared, monsters begin to show up like crazy by the numbers. It's like, what? Yeah. Not today. Yeah, I can grab rupees by swinging my sword. Are places that you cannot reach. That is a well, and it should be a heart piece. Told you. By the way, you cannot cheat in a game on a in the remastered version, so you'll have to go by the levels of the numbers of dungeons. That's how you play this entire game of the remastered version. I would love to see many remastered versions of Nintendo for the Nintendo Switch, like Legend of, I know there is a very soon to be future of Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and not to mention Wind Waker or something else, which would really surprise me. I mean, I'd be surprised if it does come out. That is a secret seashell. If you collect enough of these secret seashells, you need to have as many seashells to obtain a brand new sword. And trust me, when I say you need a brand new sword, you need a brand new sword. $28. Great. I am so not one game. It was... Wow, I got nothing. That hurts, you know. No. Yeah, you cheated. Ugh, I hate that. There will be plenty of rupees to gather. As long as you try not to steal stuff from the shop owner, you're good. But if you do and the shop owner says thief, then guess what? It's curtains for you and it's game over. And plus, you will not get a secret ending. If you die once in this entire game, you will never, ever get the secret ending. When I mean you will not get the secret ending, I meant it. And for that, I will not die. I never die in this game, to be honest. Which I hardly ever die. However, if we have... So Eugeo says you two have to stay alive, but if your life reaches 0, you will never reawaken, and you will cease to exist. Like, what? That is scary. Eugeo really absolutely said he absolutely cares for both of us. Like, okay, this is very strange. Alright. Got it! Woohoo! Play again! I really need to watch my timing. Another piece of art. Woohoo! Got one left. too far! Wow. I'm shocked that it's still there. 3 prizes in 1. Wow. Got the Yoshi doll. You can't count how many games you've seen him in a row now. You got a heart, piece of heart, or the rare find. Plus 50 rupees. Wallet is bursting. 2 heart piece. Really? A Yoshi doll. You've been wanting to get a Yoshi doll ever since, for like forever. So when... Still, that word from Eugeo said if we die here on Koholint Island, we will never awaken and we'll cease to exist. I don't know if Eugeo is telling the truth or that was like a promise or something that's not to be trifled with, but that's a scary thought. But Eugeo said he'll try to help us. Oh, yes. Perhaps we can trade something with that Yoshi doll for something else. Maybe these people in May Village are really nice folks. Of course. They do say sharing is caring. Maybe we can trade the ribbon for something else. I bet we could. By the way, you can get an unlimited number of rupees no matter what. However, it will get kind of harder if you don't have enough rupees in your wallet or any rupees to find. I mean, you can grind as much as you want here, but that is very nice. I'm glad, I know I missed everybody, to be honest, but yeah, I miss you guys too. But once again, Austin will still be the co-host of my entire channel, and I have not gone away as the main host, if you want to know. Thank you very much. So, way to go, Austin Lawrence. You are doing a fantastic job as my co-host. Keep it up, because in Leo's Let's Plays Alliance, you are the one-of-a-kind of guy as a get-to-go person who knows how to take chances and make mistakes and getting messy like myself. Oh, whoopee. Can I get 100? 98. $99. That is Old Man Uriah. When you try to talk to him on the phone, he's not as shy. He's not completely shy, to be honest. Uriah. Oh, it's Uriah. So much for that. Maid Village and the Lost Woods. What will we find here? In the mysterious, or more like Maid Village and Mysterious Forest. First, I will name this episode First Island Adventure. The Tail Cave south of the village. So if we talk to the owl will give us instructions of how to get us off the island. Draken can hardly wait, including myself. The Mysterious Forest. No way. No way, I cannot lift a boulder. A piece of power. Don't get too comfortable with them. Loser! A guardian acorn. All right. No, we have to go back to where we were, because there's no way. Only way to defeat them is to shield yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuck like that. Loser. 115 and I'm not tired. No! If we enter here, we should be. At least we'll be able to break those. Remember, if you stand, walk on it, don't stand. Walk, don't stand. If you do that, you're in trouble. 50 rupees. Very nice. Move or be gone. You can only move the blocks once to get out as an escape route. That's it. Nothing else. That is a toadstool. As you hold it over your head, a melt aroma flows into your nostrils. $179. No, gotta go. Oh no! Should not do that. That was stupid. Maybe. Yep, got out. got a little confused or sidetracked. Great. Bats in my belfry. Nothing can your... Yeah. No both me and Draken have no powers. At least we both have a sword and shield. Ow! Back to the Guardian's acorn. No way. Wonder if she might oops. Why not? Magic powder. All right. The sub-screen. The price on leftovers. Ah! All right. I'm a change, but that's not all I have to say. Now that I've lived, I've been decided about playing one of the island songs on a flute. There are 3 hot local hits. Keep talking. A piece of power! Ooh, it's a talking raccoon. Getting lost? Not unless I make you get lost, you raccoon. Tarin the talking raccoon? No, it wasn't. But at least you enjoyed as a talking raccoon. The tail key. So that's the tail key, huh? Very well then. Off we go. Don't think we have the necessary jumping. That would be the rock's feather, if you want to know. $203. think we're gonna stop at May Village and call it a day, or call it a episode. Ooh, getting more rupees. 218. 19. Nice try. Shields up. 220. 225. Loser! Did not hurt me! Ha ha ha! The hurricane spin really works! And no rupees. I stand corrected. Yeah, they respawn like crazy. And 240. Okay, that should be it. Let's stop there. 200, you're nuts! Buy it. 200 rupees. Alright. And we go here and save. Yes, I beat the whole game. And now we're doing a Let's Play out of this. And we are going to stop here for the time being. And don't you worry. We are going to continue to pick up from where we left off. And thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And tell me, what do you guys think of... What do you guys think of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remastered Edition? Do you like it or hate it? Mash that like button or share this video. If you guys love this hack and slash RPG game such as myself, and this game is a part of the Ultimate Arkham Universe storyline. Right here in Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice, and see you guys next time for more of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remastered version in high definition. Remember, friendship is magic for everyone.